Today we're going to be showing you how to install the WS-63TB DK, and as you can see we have the kit spread out right here, and it's going to consist of the charcoal mounting bracket, one air diverter, the collar for the air diverter, one charcoal filter, the brackets to hold the air diverter onto the mount, and the installation screws. Once you have laid all this out and you see that you do have all these parts, then we can go ahead with the installation. Okay, the first step is to go ahead and mount the collar to the air diverter, and as you can see you have the grooves right here along with these two screws on both sides. So we're basically going to go ahead and lay it down, turn it in, lock it in place, and secure both screws to make sure that the collar on the air diverter has been secured. Okay, now that the collar has been secured, next step is to actually go ahead and install the mounts for the air diverter. And as you can see, these are the mounting brackets right here. Now, when you're installing these, you're going to want to make sure that this is the orientation that the bracket is facing. So you're going to want these outer outlets facing towards the inside, as you can see, or with these facing outward. So basically, it's going to sit like this. One there, one there. Now we're going to go ahead and add the screws. We're not going to tighten anything down. We're just going to go ahead and do it all hand tight, just so we actually have some room to play with. So let's go ahead and install the screws. Okay, now as you can see, the brackets have been installed, and as we stated before, you're actually going to install them and not tighten everything down, because you actually want to be able to move it around in case we actually need some wiggle room to line it up with the inside mounting holes. As you can see, both have been installed. Now we're going to continue with installing the air diverter. Okay, now the next step is to go ahead and slide the air diverter into the open space right here. As you can see, these are the mounting holes to where it's actually going to be secured to the bracket. So we're going to go ahead and you can either start from left to right or right to left. There's no problem with that. It's going to be the same install either way. So we're going to go and slide it in. And once you get to this point and all the way across, you're going to want to make sure that this bracket right here is not sitting on the outside. It's going to be sitting back on the inside. So once it slides down, you're going to want to have it sitting on the inside for both sides. That's why you left everything hand tight, so we can actually go ahead and adjust it. Once we got that side in, we'll go ahead and slide the other side. Okay, everything's in. And from here you can actually go ahead and we're going to add the screws to the bottom. And again, we're going to go ahead and leave everything somewhat loose so we can go ahead and align everything and make sure that everything's tight after that. Okay, now that we've added the screws, we can actually go ahead and make sure that everything's tight. Once the air diverter has been secured, we can go ahead and continue to the next step, which is installing the actual ductwork itself. Now, the actual kit comes where we supply you with one duct. This may or may not work for your installation depending on how high your actual ceiling is, so you may need to purchase a separate ductwork according to the height of your ceiling. But if you're actually have a low ceiling, this should just work fine. Basically what you're going to go ahead and do is just going to go ahead and connect it with both air diverters, and simply go ahead and use the aluminum tape, secure it to the top collar, secure it down at the bottom collar, and the actual air diverter and ductwork has been installed. Once you finish this part, then we can go ahead and install the charcoal filter. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the filters on a WS-63TB range hood. And as you can see, this filter is the stainless steel baffle with the sliding latch type of style. It may look similar to the magnetic one, but this handle here actually slides down, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and do is slide it down to unlock the mechanism up here on the top. Hold on to it nicely, firmly. Go ahead and pull the top back. With the other hand, you're going to grab the back of the filter and slide it right out. And as you can see, the filter has now been removed. We can go ahead and repeat these steps with the other remaining filters. Go ahead and wash them, let them dry, and replace them. Okay, next step, we're actually going to go ahead and install the charcoal filter bracket, as we have already completed the ductwork along with the air diverter installation. And as you can see, we've already removed the filters. If you're not familiar with that, go ahead and watch our video explaining how to remove the filters on this unit. Now that we got that out of the way, we're actually going to go ahead and need to remove this single plate here, and it's being held in place by 2 screws, one here and one on the other side. So let's go ahead and get those 2 screws out and remove this plate. Okay, as you can see, now we have removed the actual bracket that's sitting here protecting the connections. Now we can go ahead and begin by installing the actual charcoal filter bracket, as you can see here. Now the orientation for this, you're actually going to want these openings facing either one towards the back of the hood, and then one towards the front of the switch. So we're actually going to be utilizing these four holes, which is right here in each corner. So you have one there, another one over there, another one there. So it's 4 screws that are actually going to hold this bracket in place. So we're going to go ahead and wind that in. Okay, there you go. Once everything's aligned, we can go ahead and add the screws to properly secure the bracket down. Okay, now we have properly secured the charcoal filter bracket. As you can see, everything is sitting properly secure. The connections are concealed and they're protected. Now, next step is to go ahead and install the provided charcoal filter. As you can see here, it's the same, basically the same as installing an outer filter, but this one actually sits on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and line the teeth on the back, as like so. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and push the locking bracket in, the latch, and now the filter has been installed. From here, you can actually go ahead and reinstall the outer filters, and you're ready to go.